Diablo 4 Season 10 is just around the corner with the new Chaotic Infernal Hordes feature. However, a lot of the core systems in the game that players have frustration with have yet to be updated. Thankfully, thanks to comments and teases by both Diablo partners as well as the community director Adam Fletcher himself, it looks like some of these massive overhauls to Diablo 4 are coming in Season 11. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the current frustrations that players have as well as hints about what's to come. First off, it's no secret that although Diablo 4 is a very wide game in terms of activities, some of its core systems need a lot of rework. For example, the crafting, which includes enchanting, masterworking, as well as tempering, has long been complained about for being a straight-up slot machine. Players who want to min-max their character have to masterwork the same stat 3 times on each and every item, which is a very low percent of chance and very expensive when it comes to obdicite along with other materials. And tempering is also the only mechanic in the game where you can actually brick an item because there aren't infinite rerolls. Players, including myself, believe that the RNG aspect should be solely dedicated to finding a perfect item itself, but to give a chance for tempering to break it as well does not feel good. Also, in terms of endgame activities, the only progressively difficult system in the game is the pit. Every other activity like Torment 4, Astaroth, and Escalated Nightmares, as well as Uber bosses, can easily be accomplished by any player with modest progression in the endgame. So that brings a question: when are we going to get more systems added to the game, and when are current, clearly broken ones going to be fixed? Well, the light at the end of the tunnel first started glimmering on June 27th when PezRadar tweeted that there are big things coming to Diablo 4. But then there was complete silence. Up until 2 weeks later on July 12th, where large Diablo creators, including Wudijo, tweeted saying that all Diablo partners had a call with Blizzard and were informed that huge changes are coming to Diablo 4 and that the past 1.5 years of complaints are finally being heard. Following this, almost exactly a month later, a number of large creators like Rob, Mukuna, as well as Wudijo once more, flown out to Blizzard headquarters in Irvine, California to playtest some of these upcoming systems, which again, Wudijo actually teases us about, being very excited about what's to come. At this point though, if we take a look at where the roadmap is now, all the details we know are really leading up to Season 10. There's a tease that new systems, leaderboards, a new class, and a new expansion are coming in 2026, but we have no news about that whatsoever, besides potential leaks as to what that class could be. That is, until PezRadar commented on a seemingly random Diablo 4 Reddit post stating to expect some fairly large systems coming to light on the PTR of Season 11, and to update players, quote-unquote, soon about an updated Diablo 4 roadmap covering Season 11 and beyond. So could Season 11 be just like Season 4, but even better in terms of radically improving and adding systems to the game? I could really hope so. Personally, the two things I would love to see the most are altering to how crafting works, make it so tempering cannot permanently break an item, and have it so you don't have to restart from the beginning if you don't get a bonus roll on masterworking that doesn't fit what you're trying to chase. On top of that, me as someone who loves playing the end game and progressing in the pit to min-max my character and seeing how far I can go, I would love to see more systems like that. For example, a non-stop Infernal Hordes where each wave gets harder and harder until you can't keep up anymore, or some sort of mapping mechanic similar to really every ARPG out there. What would you guys love to see in Season 11 and some of these system changes that will either keep you playing or potentially convince you to revisit the game? Sound off below in the comments. And also, speaking of Season 10, I've recently become part of the streaming team Core Skills that is led by fellow Diablo 4 content creator Cliptus. So we have some really cool events to come, guys. And if you want to follow me over on Twitch, you'll have a front row seat as to what's coming. Thank you all for watching. A special thanks to all my supporters. Until next time.